Now, we couldn't run this show without lighting, of course, and our lighting here has been supplied by AC Lighting, who we have now here on the sofa, and Brent from Filex. So, guys, we've had a lot of chats about lighting during this show. It's an important subject. Talk me through what we're lit with here.
Okay, on the studio here today, we have 3 products. ChromaQ, which we're providing soft sources. Their remote phosphor, which I think the world is now pretty familiar with, to be honest. It's a very high scoring product in terms of TLCI, and it renders well on camera in terms of color. One of the joys of remote phosphor, clearly, is because it's not point sources of LED, it's a single phosphor sheet. It's actually soft at the point that the light exits the fixture. So you don't have to diffuse it in any way to get the kind of rendition that you want on the subject. We also have some mold hard sources, which are essentially Fresnels, which also score well. Mole is really better known in Hollywood, if I'm honest. It's very much a staple in that particular world. They're good workhorses, essentially, for studio use. So we have 3 Fresnels, which are lighting us beautifully from the right-hand side to create some kind of 3-point lighting setup, essentially. And then finally, on the back of the grid there, we have a Filex Q500, which I'm sure we'll come on to. That's a Fresnel, but it's color tunable as well. And as I think everybody's becoming aware, they score very, very well on the TLCI.
Well, we had Alan Roberts on the couch yesterday, and I mean, Alan's great because he doesn't have an axe to grind with anyone. He has no slant. He's not involved with manufacturers at all, unless they ask him to come in and help them, develop better lighting tools. And he said, your products, the Filex, Brent, tested really, really high, which you must be thrilled about.
Oh yeah, we're completely excited. Once we started finding out about the TLCI testing that he was doing, I knew we had to get in there, but every time you kind of do that, you're like, what is this standard? I don't know much about it, and then you're nervous, But then the results, they obviously came out fantastic, and our engineers have spent hours and hours and days of trying to perfect the light and how it is projected out of the light source.
People talk about LED lighting like it's just one thing. What are the challenges as a manufacturer producing high quality, consistent color LED products?
I'd say we're a little different than your normal manufacturer because most manufacturers are trying to find the sources, going to Cree or Bridgelux or someone like that. We're a little different where we've actually built the core technology ourselves. So our challenges are not just how does it work in this one market, but how does it work in the number of other markets. So we specifically, our parent company goes after markets where the spectrum of the light needs to be precise. And that's where we excel at, and that's why we've gotten such great reviews. We do things like that for aquarium lights to grow coral reefs as well. So it's something unique like that.
There's also some fundamentals, though, in terms of the manufacture of LEDs, in that you have to manage the heat off the back of the LED appropriately, otherwise you'll get color shift and affect the longevity of the unit. You have to drive them in an appropriate fashion. If you simply change the voltage on them, they will change color. So you have to use different techniques from that perspective. And if you don't manage those factors as well as the color quality, you often get a light which is of inferior quality, to be completely honest. Yeah. And so they're challenges that all manufacturers face in that respect. Yeah.
So talk to us about this light here, Brent. This is the one that scored very, very high.
Yeah, this is from what I know, is the only light that scored 99 on the TLCI scale for an LED. We call it the brick, and essentially, you've got a nice point light source. We've added the magnetic accessories, so you can diffuse the light quite nicely. So you've got a nice eye light, fill light, up light, whatever you want to call it, giving you that option. But with the battery integrated into it, you can shove it anywhere. So you've got cameramen using it on camera, as well as reality guys shoving this in all sorts of crazy places just to create a little extra light on the scene.
So this is, if you point it towards the camera, we can see it at home here. So this is it's a bicolor fixture?
It's a bicolor fixture, so you have intensity dimming, and then you have, you're going from 3,000 to 5,600 Kelvin. The shape of it and allows you to set it any direction, as well as you have a 1/4-20 thread on there, so you can mount it. You can purchase a half yoke for it, as well as it comes with an on-camera mount.
And the challenge for most LED manufacturers is not getting great color accuracy at the daylight end. It's usually at the tungsten end, and you've scored 99, which is unheard of.
Well, again, when you're using a single chip, you're going to the manufacturer and you're getting what they give you, and you're trying to make something work around that. What we've done is not just taken one chip, there's multiple chips inside that. And so we've created and populated it with chips, and using phosphor technology as well. We've developed a coating phosphor that can handle being coated directly onto it. So you're going and you're changing those multiple phosphors to create a wider spectrum.
Now, I bumped into you last year with Ilya Friedman at IBC, and you were carrying a small case with 3 heads around. How has the lineup expanded since then? We've obviously got a Fresnel in the corner here now.
Yeah.
What's in the range now? What can people expect?
So right now the range starts from, this is our smallest unit. Then you go up to the P180, which is a water-resistant 250 watt pepper light. Then the P360, which expanded into the P360, now the P360EX, which is weather resistant and DMX ready. And then you go beyond that to the Q500. The Q500 is our first in our Q series. And for a few special people, we've been showing off a new light that's coming, being released at NAB. So we won't really talk much about that, but there's bigger and better things coming for sure.
Sure. And AC lighting in the UK, you obviously
With a distribution for the product, yeah.
Tell me about your other products. What does AC specialize in?
AC is a large operation. We have interest in film, theatre, rock and roll, the whole gamut, excuse the pun, of lighting in the entertainment world generally. My role is more film and TV based, but we have products which satisfy each of the requirements, including grip, trussing, rigging. So to that end, we have 4 divisions. We have a sound division that looks after all sound requirements, rigging, AV, and lighting. So we can satisfy most requirements, as well as just the run-of-the-mill consumables, such as gel, replacement lamps. It really is quite an operation to that extent.
And are you selling any traditional tungsten lighting, or is it all
We still
LED?
do, yeah. I mean, in certain instances, if you think about the cutting edge of LED technology right now, in terms of Fresnel lanterns, really about a 2K equivalent is what you'll achieve. Anything bigger than that still has to be done with an incandescent source. So we still sell 5K tungsten sources, large HMIs, and that sort of thing. You still can't really achieve those levels of light with LEDs.
And Brent, I mean, someone's looking for a 3-head kit. Are you guys building those kind of kits? Or how are you selling your kits? Are they kits, or are they just individual lamps that you can build into a kit?
Yeah, we have actually quite a wide variety of kits. We try to give people what they want. The kits, in fact, are our best sellers. I mean, they come so complete. You've got a case, 3 light stands, up to even a 6-head kit of 6 P180s fit into a small 40-pound case. So you're rolling case and traveling with it. I mean, people are going all around the world with these things.
And I mean, what's the front end of these lights? Are they Fresnels? Are they open face? Or can you interchange them?
There's a lot of accessories. So we've got the magnetic accessory that the dome fits on, but we've got little magnetic Fresnels, as well as a new 5-inch Fresnel that mounts on the front of the P360s that gives you that beautiful cinematic quality.
Because that's what, you're looking for light control. You've got an amazing source here, but it's about light control, isn't it?
I mean, it also accepts a standard Chimera, a textile softbox, which makes it incredibly versatile. So in one box, you have the capacity to carry out traditional 3-point lighting with soft and hard sources.
So you've got someone who's running a small production company, comes up to talk to you about, what should they buy. And any tips, someone who's doing a lot of talking heads, for example?
I would have said a Filex 3 kit is ideal, simply because it's incredibly transportable. With the accessories, you have hard sources of software, soft sources. You can carry out Rembrandt lighting in the traditional sense. It will run on batteries as well, so if power supply is an issue, you can have a TDAP into a V-lock battery plate. So it just covers all the bases. So you walk into a room, you're not quite sure what you're going to encounter. You have the tools to do the job.
Well, it sounds very versatile. That ability to mains and battery power lighting is something that people are after these days.
Very much so. I think everybody has to have more tricks up their sleeve in terms of the environment they work in. So often you walk into an environment and you're not really sure what you're going to encounter. So you want the tools in the box to be able to carry out any particular form of lighting to any end, perhaps match the ambient lighting that's coming through the window, but also achieve a quality of product at the end.
And of course, the most important thing with a lighting kit is purity. And if you've got a 99 scoring lamp on the TLCI, that means you can go into situations confident that with mixed lighting, you're not going to end up with crazy green skin tones and weird color casts that are very difficult to correct out.
Yeah, yeah. And I'd say another unique thing about it is when you're walking into that scenario, because you have the option of tuning that light, you can change the background. You can go cooler or warmer with your background and vice versa with your foreground. Just creating a more unique environment quickly, without dealing with too many gels.
So a big question of the day is, what's your booth number?
E20.
E20. So you've got a range of products there, people that can swing by and
We do.
try
We have
some
a range.
hands-on?
We have not only Filex, we have ChromaQ, we have Spotlight, that's a brand of Italian Fresnels, which is great. High quality optics, again, good color. Mole Richardson, as well as a range of grip from Manfrotto.
Well, guys, Brent, lovely to see you again. Great to see the success. Congratulations on what is by no means a small feat, getting Alan Roberts to not endorse, but grade something so highly, because he's hardcore. So well done for that, and nice to see you, Ian.
Yeah, thank you.
We've got Dead Leg up next. I'll be curious to see what that's all about. So don't go away.